everybody. It's Chris Eichman from Aerista on Tuesday, the 6th of May. Wanted to share with everybody a tradition that we have here at Aerista, which is every Tuesday we get our entire sales team together to have a little chat about the state of the market and to go over each and every one of our airplane listings for sale so that everybody on the team has a good sense of what's going on. As luck would have it, today was a very interesting day. We woke up to the announcement from Cirrus about the G7 Plus and the emergency auto land feature. So we took a few extra minutes today to have a little discussion about that. Got some thoughts and feedback from some of our very experienced team members about what that might mean for the market, and thought we might just share some of those thoughts with you. So here you go.
The exciting announcement from Cirrus this morning, this emergency safe return being added to the piston aircraft, not just on the jet. Luke, I was curious to know your opinions of safe return in the jet. How do consumers look at it? How do the buyers of the airplane look at that?
I always look at it through the lens of just a pilot enthusiast. I just think it's cool. Cirrus continues to move things forward. You know, there's always, from whether it's the Garmin 430 or the PFD, you know, all the features that the turbo, Fiki, they just keep moving forward. So now we have landing on the plane. This is the hardest thing to teach someone, is how to land the airplane, right? You can teach them all the maneuvers, but we work on the landing over and over again. And the video I saw, it's just smooth. And so I think you can see the next steps are going to be, this automation is going to continue.
Do you think also the fact that in the jet world, you know, to be honest, I mean, the training is so much more rigorous that obviously capacitation is one issue. I mean, but maybe we haven't seen it simply because there haven't been any pilot incapacitations and events, and there hasn't been a spatial disorientation event because of the type of flying they're doing.
I don't know how it's going to be used. I'm sure the first time it's used, people will go like, oh, no, I've never thought about that. But I think it's great for getting more people in, right? Passengers are going to feel more comfortable, whether that's real or not. They're going to feel more comfortable. People wanting to learn to fly, which we need to keep, you know, selling airplanes. There's going to be more people say, oh, this is safer. This is interesting. So I like it. And then, you know, we're steps away from the whole complete autonomy.
They slid in something extra, which I think is actually going to be great. And it's the Cirrus IQ app that's been upgraded. And then the wireless, like digital Wi-Fi database updates. So that's it can be such a burden. So I'm excited to see that in action.
Yeah, the GDL 60. Yeah, that's going to be nice.
And with that, the automated pitot heat as well. I kind of snuck those two features in on the Plus, which they're little things, but they're certainly things to add.
There is a lead time to getting a G7 Plus. So it feels to me, I know this may sound like broker speak, but it feels to me like it'll actually be pretty orderly. I think this will extend certainly new aircraft order lead times. But I certainly don't see anything in the short term, right? I don't see any pricing collapsing in the short term on the pre-owned market. There's also a huge price gap now between a G6 and a G7 Plus. If you have the price increase for the G7 Plus, you're talking about more than $300,000 difference between the last of the G6s and the G7 Plus. So, I mean, even if you get some supply coming on, which we will, unless it's massive, and I can't imagine that would be the case, G6 is hitting, you know, getting any worse depreciation curve than they are right now, which is, you know, they had a nice readjustment after those COVID highs, those premiums, and now it seems pretty orderly depreciation. So
I think that's right. I do think that the lead times are going to expand again on new planes, and that's such a critical factor for the valuation, you know, the values of anything that's nearly new. You know, so if that happens, and I think it will, then it should support the values reasonably well.